Hi friends, my name is Akil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial I will show you how to override data to Excel file using SSIS. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is that we will see how we can override the data to Excel file from SQL Server table using SSIS. So let's jump to the demo. So I got the SQL Server instance here, and in my database I got several tables. So if I show you the data for one of the table, I got the data in the course table, so it contains 10 records. So one of the major issue with the SSIS and with the Excel file is that if you are exporting the data from the SQL Server table to the Excel file, so in the Excel destination or in the Excel connection manager, there is no option to override the existing data. So suppose if you run the package one time and this data got exported to the Excel file today, and now tomorrow if you will re-execute the SSIS package, then this data will be appended to the same Excel file. So this is one of the issue. However, in the flat file destination there is an option to override the existing data. So if you are running the package every other day or every day, so it will just override the existing data. However, this is not the case with the Excel file. So without wasting further time, let's see, let's create an SSIS package and let's export the data to the Excel file, and then we will rerun the SSIS package and we'll see how it will behave and then how we can fix it. Okay, so let me open the Visual Studio. So this is my blank SSIS package that I will be using today. Okay, so first of all, to export the data we will be using the data flow task, because data flow task can be used to export the data from the SQL Server table. So I can configure the data flow task, and we can use the OLEDB source to read the data from the SQL Server table. So I can configure the OLEDB source here. Click new to create a new connection manager, and there is one of the connection manager already available, so I can use this one. Click OK. From data access mode I will use the SQL command. You can select any of the option, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I can copy this select query. Okay, maybe I can remove the top 1000 clause from here. So this is my final query. I can copy this one and I can paste the query here. Now I can click OK, and now I want to export the data to the Excel file, so we can use the Excel destination here. I can connect the OLEDB source with the Excel destination, configure Excel destination, click new, browse the file where you want to export the file. So I want to export the file at this location, D files. Okay, and because my source table name is course, so I will create the Excel file name with the same name like course. Okay, so I can call it as course.xlsx. okay, I can click open, click OK. Now here I can click new to create, click OK, and then I can give a name to my sheet. So maybe I can give the sheet name as sheet 1. Okay, this is the default sheet in the Excel file, so I can click OK. I can click OK. Now from here I can select the sheet 1 and I can go to the mapping. So the input columns have been mapped with the destination column, so this is good, and I can click on OK. So this is fine. However, it is throwing an error and saying that course name cannot convert between Unicode and non-Unicode. So it seems like for the course table, the course field, the data type for course is varchar. However, the course ID and the course duration, they are integer, so they can be automatically converted. But because the course name, the data type for the course name is varchar, and the Excel, it supports only n varchar, so we need to use the data conversion here, and we need to convert the data type for course name from varchar to n varchar. So I can just add a data conversion transformation here. So let me just see where is the data conversion. Okay, and then I can just configure the data conversion. I just need to select the course name and change the data type from string to Unicode string. Okay, and click OK. Now I can connect the data conversion with the Excel destination, and in the mappings, instead of mapping the course name from the input column, I can select the copy of course name. Click OK. So now the error has gone. Okay, so we are good here, we are happy. So let me execute the SSIS package and see how it will work. Alright, so the package ran fine, and it seems like it has inserted 10 records into the Excel file. So I can go back to the D files location and I can open the Excel file. So you can see that the 10 records got inserted here, and this is working fine, absolutely fine. So let me close this one. Now suppose I run the package today, and tomorrow I also want to rerun the same package, and there can be some data changes in the SQL Server table. So I just want to export the data every day. So ideally what I want is that the data should be overwritten, and whatever was the data earlier in the Excel file, that should be wiped out and the new data should be exported. But if I go back to my Excel file, and if I will check my Excel file, then you can see that the data got reappended to the existing data. So it seems like the data is duplicate now. Okay, so we need to delete the data then. Okay, so I deleted the data from here, and now let me close this Excel file, and now let me go back and rerun the SSIS package, and then let's see how it will behave. So the SSIS package ran fine, and if I show you the Excel file again, so this time what happened, it just ignored the first 20 records, and then it started inserting the data from the 21st row, because the first line is the header row, so it skipped the first 20 records. So this is behaving strangely. This is not what we want from the SSIS package. So we want the fresh data should be exported every time. Okay, so to fix this particular thing, like what we can do, so first of all let me delete the Excel file. Okay, and let me go back to the SSIS package, and let me delete the connection manager as well. Okay, now what I can do, I can reconfigure this one. I can click the new Excel connection manager, browse the file. Okay, and I can call the sheet name as course.xlsx. Okay, whatever was the sheet name earlier. Click open, click OK, and then I can click OK, the same operation whatever we did earlier, and now I will call it as sheet 1. Now if you see here, we have the two columns for the column course name. This is the original column and this is the new column. The difference is only that for the copy of course name, the data type is nvarchar. Okay, so what I can do, I can just copy this data type from here and replace this one, the older one. Okay, and then I can remove the copy of course name column. Click OK. So this will create a Excel sheet in the Excel file. So I can select the sheet 1 from here, mappings. This is already mapped, so this is good. Click OK. So we are good here. Okay, now what we need to do is that instead of directly exporting the data into this particular Excel sheet, what we will do, we will actually make a copy of this Excel sheet. And right now this Excel sheet, it does not contain any data. This is just a template Excel file. Okay, so this contains only the header information like the course ID, the course name, and the course duration. Okay, this is the only information it contains. We can save the changes if you want. Okay, so now what we will do, that we will copy this particular Excel file and we will put in a different folder. For example, I can put it here, D files backup folder. Okay, and if I reopen the Excel file, so if you want to do some formatting, for example, if you want to convert the header information into the bold, so you can do the bold as well. It's up to you, it's not required. Okay, so I just change them to the bold, the header information, and then I save the Excel file. So this is good. What we will do actually, that before exporting the data to the Excel file, for every time every time the SSIS package will run, it will copy the Excel file from this location to their final location, D files course location. It will copy every time a empty Excel file, and that Excel file will be loaded with the data from the SQL Server table. So this way what will happen, that whenever you will execute the SSIS package, it will have only the fresh data, and there won't be any duplicate data, and there won't be any empty rows in the Excel file. Okay, so this is what we want to do. So we just need an file system task which can actually copy the course.xlsx file from this backup folder to this particular location. So that's the only change. We just need one task and that can do our work. Okay, so I can go back to the SSIS package, but for doing that I need two variables. Okay, the first variable I need is the template template file path, I can call it, and the data type I can give as a string, and then I just need the path of the file. So this is the path of the file, so I can paste it here. Okay, and now I need another variable, and that will be like input folder, like to which folder you want to export the data to. So I can select the data type as a string, and the location will be this one, d files location. So I can copy only this location, d files, paste it here. So this is the only task that I did. I just created two variables, and now I just want to use the file system task, and I can place it before the data flow task, and just configure the file system task. The work of the file system task will be copy the template file, that's it. Okay, so I can just configure this one. The operation will be copy source variable. Is source path variable? Yes, the value of the source file path is situated inside the SSIS variable. And what is the variable name? It is the template file path. And now destination connection. Is destination path variable? Like, is the value of the destination folder in the variable? We can say yeah, true. And then the destination folder variable is input folder. And then override destination. Like, do you want to override the Excel file if the file already exists there? You can say true. Yeah, you can override the file if the file is already in the destination folder. So these are the only couple of changes that we need to do. We just need to configure them according to this video. You can just watch the video and configure it accordingly. Just click OK. So this is the only change, that we created just two variables and then configure the file system task, and then we are good here. So now if you re-execute the SSIS package, and you can run the package n number of time, and this will work just great. Okay, so now you can see that it exported 10 records. So I can go back to the d files location, and I can open the Excel file. So it should contain 10 records, and even the headers are in the bold, because we change the headers in the bold in the template file. So it contains 10 records, so we are good here. Okay, now let me just rerun the package again, so that you can see that it won't duplicate the data even if you run the same package multiple times or n number of times. So I just rerun the package again. I can go back to the d files location, and I can show you opening the same Excel file again. So you can see that the data is being inserted every time, like the existing data is being overwritten and the fresh data is being inserted every time. So this is one of the best solution to override the data, like how you can override the data in the Excel file. So this is one of the way of doing it. And there was another way that I shown in another video, that I use the execute SQL task, and in the execute SQL task I deleted the Excel sheet and then I recreated the Excel sheet. So that was another way. But if in your Excel file, if you have some macros or something, so you can use this approach, and even I will prefer this approach. This is better as compared to the another approach, because this is quite simple. And I will share the create table statement for the course SQL Server table and the queries to populate this data. Maybe you can create the SSIS package with this data set, or if you have some other data set, then you can use that data set as well. So I think that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button. Do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and click on all, so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.